Welcome to Emotions and Stories. Karan and his disasters have been entertaining us for the past few days. Now, all these disasters happened to things that he knew something about and was just retrying them. But what happens when he goes for something which is absolutely new and first time for him? So let's find out the next episode, the camping comedy. Karan had never been camping before, but when his school organized a weekend trip, he thought it was the perfect opportunity to prove his survival skills. The trouble started right when he tried to set up his tent. He had watched videos, read books, and even given his friends instructions on how to pitch a tent properly. But when it came to reality, Karan got himself tangled in the tent fabric. Help, someone has trapped me, he shouted from inside the tent while his friends struggled to hold back their laughter. 20 minutes later, when he finally managed to get out, he realized he had pitched his tent directly over an anthill. Ah, ants! Karan shrieked, jumping around as ants crawled up his pants. Within seconds, he had taken off his shoes, socks, and nearly half of his pants, running wildly around the campsite. Seeing his condition, the camp supervisor held his hand in both hands. At night, when everyone was assigned the responsibility for different tasks, Karan was made responsible for lighting the fire. Karan proudly picked up the lighter. He figured starting a fire couldn't be that hard. Just a few sticks and a little lighter fluid, he muttered, and instead of a little, he poured nearly an entire bottle. Karan, don't pour that much. His friend started warning him, but before they could finish, he struck a match. Whoosh! A massive flame shot up into the sky, nearly singeing Karan's eyebrows. Fire! Fire! He screamed and stumbled back. The camp supervisor quickly poured water to put it out and gave Karan strict instructions. No fire for you. Now, the only task left for Karan was peeling potatoes. As everyone settled into their tents for the night, Karan suddenly realized he hadn't brought a sleeping pad. But he wasn't worried. He had seen survival experts use dry leaves as bed. So he decided to do the same. It didn't take him long to find a comfortable spot. He spread out thick layers of grass and leaves and sighed with relief and said, "Wow, so comfortable." Then he fell asleep. The next morning, he woke up feeling something strange, while his body was burning as if thousands of needles were poking him. What is happening? He screamed, scratching himself all over. A senior camper looked at him and his eyes widened. Karan, you slept on poison ivy. What? Karan's eyes nearly popped out of his head. But his horror didn't end there. Because when his friends saw his condition, someone said, Karan, your face looks like you were attacked by a swarm of bees. Bees! Karan screamed even louder and started scratching himself even more aggressively. No, not bees, but your face sure looks like it, another friend said. By now, Karan was completely exhausted. It felt like the entire jungle had conspired against him. The camp supervisor immediately gave him an anti-itching cream, but by then Karan had scratched himself so much that his body was redder than before. The last activity of the camping trip was boating. Karan was sent off in a small boat with three other friends. The section of the stream they were in was narrow, allowing only two boats to pass at a time. As the boats moved forward, Karan suddenly had a brilliant idea. Standing up for a better view. "Look at me, I am the captain now," he declared, slowly standing up. "Karan, sit down, the boat is shaking," Rohan warned. But Karan had already lost his balance. As he tried to steady himself, the boat tilted to one side. His friends panicked and leaned the other way, causing the boat to completely overturn. Splash! All four of them were now in water. But the disaster wasn't over yet. Right behind them was another boat carrying the camp supervisor and some other students. Seeing Karan's boat flip, the supervisor yelled, "Stay calm, keep calm." But the warning came too late. As Karan's friends tried to pull themselves out of the water, they accidentally grabbed onto the supervisor's boat, tipping it as well. Now, two boats had overturned and students were splashing around in water. The worst part came when the third boat, which was entering the narrow part of the stream, saw the chaos and tried to stop suddenly. The students inside lost their balance and another splash. Now, all three boats were upside down and everyone was soaking wet. The other students and teachers standing on the shore burst into uncontrollable laughter at the ridiculous scene. The supervisor, completely drenched, slowly emerged from the water, glared at Karan, and took a deep breath before saying, "Karan, you are officially banned from all future camping trips." The entire campsite erupted in laughter. Karan took a deep breath and said, maybe living in the wild was just not for him. A beach trip, maybe there would be fewer disasters there. But with all his disasters and every new story that he added, he realized one thing he was great at, and which was to entertain everybody around him. I hope you've enjoyed Karan and his disaster series. Do let us know in the comments below if you would like to hear more of them. Thank you.